Guys, after watching Nottingham beat Tottenham by 3 goals to 0, I'm here to tell you that Ghana needs Callum Hudson-Odoi. Today, Callum Hudson-Odoi scored 2 goals and provided an assist. In fact, he has his hand in Nottingham Forest 3 goals that were scored today against Tottenham. Looking at his performance and what he did today against Pedro Porro and Mohamed Kudus on that particular flank, I best believe that every Ghanaian who watched that game would agree with me that we need Callum Hudson-Odoi in the team. If we go in and we approach him and he says yes, he's going to enrich our team on different levels. From what I saw, please, let's put the past behind. Even you that you are watching, today is Sunday. You said you went to ask God for forgiveness. God has forgiven you and always give you a second chance. Why can't we forgive Callum Hudson-Odoi for things he said and things he did? It's like we are still carrying something in our hearts. Even the Lord's Prayer says that forgive us so that we can also forgive other people who, you understand my point? You don't want to forgive, but you want God to forgive you. So let it go. Move past that. Let's put emotions aside. Let's put our ego aside. We need Callum Hudson-Odoi. Look, I am one person who was like, we don't need them, we have quality. But after seeing what I saw today, I am here to tell you that we need Callum Hudson-Odoi. In fact, we need every single quality player out there. If they are willing to play for the Black Stars, if they are willing to take us to the next level at the World Cup. Because Callum Hudson-Odoi, the kind of ball he played today, 2 goals, 1 assist against Tottenham. Bro, unless you did not watch the game, you see the way I am talking about it. I will not do a separate video and just talk about Callum Hudson-Odoi like that too. I am doing this just to let you know that what the guy did in that game needs to be talked about. He performed extremely well. Pedro Porro today, I'm sure he will just look back at this game and say, this is one of the poorest game I've ever played. Because Callum Hudson-Odoi was on top of his game. When he's on that ball, oh, Charlie, easy dribbles, he was there, speed, he had space. And this is a player who understands the European terrain. I'm speaking to you as a Ghanaian to Ghanaian, heart to heart. Let's have a heart to heart. We should put our emotions down. We should put our ego down and go in for Callum Hudson-Odoi, because today he gave us a man of the match performance. If Ghanaians wanted to talk about anything, this is the game that will conclude everything, because Callum Hudson-Odoi definitely will know that if Kudus is playing today, most Ghanaians are going to watch. So what better way than to advertise myself to Ghanaians? What better way to let Ghanaians know that I am capable of helping the Black Stars? And today, he showed us a glimpse of what he's capable of. Look, I think he's capable of more. A glimpse. And we all heard King Promise quite recently. He says that they want to play. They wanted to even play before the World Cup qualifiers. They wanted to play for us. You understand? And for me, I've already said it when I talked about Eddie Nketiah some few days ago, that my mind is changing. I'm one of the few people who was strong-headed and was like, no, they shouldn't take Callum Hudson-Odoi, they shouldn't take Eddie Nketiah. But one of the people whose mind are changing now. We need to change. As a human being, if you don't change, you always be at the same place. As a human being, if you don't always, look at the bigger picture, you always remain at the same place. Sometimes we need to put our emotions. I know people will be like, oh, but they did not play the qualifiers, they did not do this, they did not do that. I get the point. But what do we need for this team to go to the next level? Would you prefer that we do not take them and go to the World Cup and then just get eliminated in the group stages, or take them to the World Cup, then we can move on from the group stages to the round of 32, to the round of 16, so that we can see if we can do something at the World Cup? You understand my point? Compare these two and see where you want the Black Stars' feet to lie. Because Callum Hudson-Odoi's performance today, I respect it a lot. He put in the work. He put in the work. And I think this is the time that Ghanaians, we need to put our ego aside. Look, let me just tell you this. Let me just go through his performance very, very quickly for you to understand what I'm just talking about. Now, this is it. In that game, he scored 2 goals. 1 goal in the first half, another goal in the second half. And then he assisted the 3rd goal. If you take a look at his rating today, I think his rating was just excellent. excellent rating for Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi was rated 8.5, the highest rated player on the pitch. So this is what I'm talking about. If you are rated 8.5, the highest rated player on the pitch, for a game that a lot of Ghanaians will be watching, trust me, the games that are played today, I know Ghanaians will be watching this particular game because it is Kudus versus Callum Hudson-Odoi. I'm not talking about Kudus now because I'm going to talk about him in another video. But then the truth is just one. Callum Hudson-Odoi performed extremely well. He walks away with the man of the match, in my own opinion. And in my own opinion, again, I speak for many people when I say Callum Hudson-Odoi has quality that we need in our team. Looking at what I saw today and what I've been seeing of him at Nottingham Forest for quite some time now. So please, let's put ego aside. Let's come to a consensus and let bygones be bygones and put things aside. Make the necessary arrangements and get these boys into the team. I know most of you are going to agree with me. I know most of you are going to say, hey, Adam, you don't know that is how you are and those things. I know. I'm cool when you criticize what I'm saying and everything, but I want you to look at the bigger picture and ask yourself, what do you want for the national team? Me, I want the national team to move forward at the World Cup. I want them to do well. So what do you want for the national team? If you want the national team to do well, then it is paramount that we need these players in the team. I think it's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Look, I don't know what you think. I feel like we should just put things out. Those things as oh, they said this, they said that, they don't want to. They have quality. I'm not saying we don't have quality, but those people, those two players here, when they come into our team, trust me, they are going to enrich it to another level. Like, you understand my point? I know most of you would agree. I know also a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but please, yes, please, the insults there, you can bring it. I'm cool with it. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind insults, but I just want to let people know that we have to just look at the bigger picture when it comes to this whole Callum Hudson-Odoi situation, this whole Eddie Nketiah situation, because at this point, we can't just say, oh, we are sending the ones that we do played in the qualifiers or the players we have here. You understand? We are going to meet other players from other countries, so you can't rely on the ones that just played here. And guess what? Most of our players who performed very well in the qualifiers, some are not getting regular playing time. It could be that some could even get injured, some could lose form even before the World Cup. This is where these players come in. They fill in 1 or 2 or 3 gaps. Trust me, if the squad list comes out, 2 or 3 or 4 players in that squad list will not have played the qualifiers. It is the honest truth, and definitely they are going to make the World Cup. So why not it be these players who are already doing well for their club side, who are already banging in goals? Now let's go. This season, Callum Hudson-Odoi, how many goals has he scored? Today he scored 2 goals. So we are just going to make that tally very, very quickly. So this season, plus the 2 goals, he has 3 goals. You understand? 3 goals, 1 assist. Let me know what you think about it, because today, I think this has been his best performance throughout the season. And what I saw today, I feel like if he can just give us half or quarter of that at the World Cup, imagine Callum Hudson-Odoi on the right, Mohamed Kudus on the left. Just imagine I beg, imagine and let me know what you think. I think we need Callum Hudson-Odoi in the team, based on my opinion. But then let me hear from you down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one.